Hello everybody out there, this is Arjax coming at you again. In my previous video, I showed how to install Hearthstone onto an Android device. Unfortunately for me, it didn't work on my S3, but it does work on my S5. Well, this method's out there for you guys that, tried and it didn't work before. Basically, the first thing you do is follow the link below and it'll bring you to the site, and you just download these two files. Now, once you download those two files on the right, I have them already pre-downloaded. You just go to your portable device, you go to your phone, and you navigate to the Android root folder. And then you go to the folder labeled OBB, and you copy the files on the right into the folder on the left. I've already gone ahead and done that. So that's pretty much it. Now, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to your Android device, and I'm going to cut to my cell phone right now. Now, once you're here, you can see on the bottom I'm still connected to my computer, which is not necessary. But also what you'll notice is there's no Hearthstone application already installed on this device, so I'm showing you how to do it. Alright, so you go to a file navigator. I use my files in this video. And you go to the Android device, like you did before, go to OBB, and then you see the button on the bottom, which is an APK. You open that, and you install it. So now we're installing Hearthstone. It works just like before, except for this time you're not going to have to download everything. So I'm going to go ahead and okay. Alright, so there we go. Now everything is loading and like that, so I'm going to go ahead and cut. But the one thing you'll notice about this method is you don't actually have to download the files. It's just going to unpack them. Alright, so going to the next one. Alright, so we're almost finished unpacking, and what you're going to see coming up is a little bit of a hang up. And maybe the other method would have worked on this device, looking at it now, but I discovered that this hang up is not really a big deal. So my screen goes black. I'm like, holy cow, what's going on? Maybe it doesn't work with the install. What's going on? So I go ahead and I pick it up and I get into my device, and it loads into the Hearthstone window right away, and then it goes black. So I'm going to have to turn off my device again. And so once the device is turned off, I go and I locate through my task manager, and I open it up, and Hearthstone is running. So, okay, so I can actually get back into it. I'm going to close it out now, and let's see if it operates correctly if I just open it. So there's like a little bit of a hiccup the first time you run it. So just be aware of that and check your applications, and if it's running and won't work and you keep launching it and it keeps going black and going back to the Windows menu, I found that it's actually running in the background. So if you just go there, you can open it up. So as you can see here, Hearthstone's actually working. It's a little bit slower, and ultimately that's probably the biggest complaint that I have, is that it's actually a little bit slower on my phone, on this phone, than my S5, which, not a bad thing, but it is still, you are still able to actually use the game. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in here and jump up a bit to show you it in action. Alright, so now that I'm logged in, we're going to go ahead and just launch the game to show you I can play. And I do a bit of editing in here because the load screens do take a little bit of time on this device, and it's the first time I'm running it. So for the essence of the video, I went ahead and cut forward so that you guys don't have to sit through all the navigation. But it actually works fairly well. It's not nearly as nice as running it on my S5, but I'm running it on an S3, which is really cool, and especially since this isn't supposed to even work on Android cell phones at all. So I'm going in here and I'm going to start a practice match. It does take a bit of time to load, but I'm going ahead and playing against an AI, so I can go ahead and exit out of here and not worry about upsetting somebody from quitting. But yeah, everything works well on here, and I actually am pretty excited to see that I can get it to work on my S3, which is just kind of a phone that I keep around the house. And I'm going to go ahead and just give a brief demonstration. I'm going to activate my coin, and then I'm going to shoot a fireball just so that you can see a couple of the mechanics. and everything works, and this is running all by itself. If you like my video, please like, comment below, and as always, our Jack's out.